All right, I'm your host, John Rush, and we're again at K&N. As you can see now, we're kind of digging into the plant a little bit back in the offices, and we've been talking to Jerry Wall, and this is his crew. Guys, real quick, tell me who you are.
My name is Todd Gerard, product manager.
Tom Brown, product manager.
Okay.
Jeff Nelson, product manager.
All right, so Jerry, what goes on back here?
Well, this is basically, we were talking a little bit earlier about product management. These guys are assigned to, or should be, or will be one day assigned to every filter we build. So okay. When there's questions about our filters, these guys would be the first point of call.
And I see there's filters, boxes, different things already on the floor back here. So
yeah, this is like going back to when you showed the filter top. This is actually where that filter box will go. It's assigned a number, then it goes out in the warehouse. So whenever we need it, we grab the whole box. The box will have the air filters, the prototype air filters, any prototype tooling. And Tom's got SolidWorks up here. That's what we use to design filters. That's an actual print. Tom,
very cool.
Pull up the solid model of that. The SolidWorks is a great tool. I mean, you actually see the product on the screen, so you don't even have to build anything. So it instead of lines, it shows up as a product.
Got it.
It's like a picture.
So basically, so you guys are listening, that's how your filter gets designed.
Where it's born, yeah, and that's done. We don't draw the air boxes, but we, that's what came about from utilizing the air box and the air intake track, and then that will go to tooling. The next step for that would be to go to the machine shop and have a tool made after we've developed the filter. And this particular one, again, we built prototype tooling. So we didn't have to cut any aluminum.
So that's got to cut down on the production side of the fence immensely, that tool right there.
Yeah. I mean, it's when you had, in the old days you had to draw with lines and stuff, and you just didn't see things, and so the computer-aided drafting has come a long ways, and we've come a long way with it. I mean, I remember when things were drawn on a board with a pencil. And you don't see it, With this, you can see the filter before you build it. And, but let me show you where the rapid prototype machines are. Which this is basically, you take parts of this and you just it's like sending a copy or a Word document to a printer. That's what you're doing. Awesome. You're basically sending it to a printer.
Awesome. Let's go do that. Okay. So, all right. I'm your host, John Rush, Drive Radio, and again, we're in a different part of K&N now. We've gotten a little bit more into the mechanical R&D side of it. So Jerry, explain to us what room we're in and what's going on.
Well, this is what we call our air filtration, development lab. We have an airflow bench, a 1020 Superflow bench. We also have 2 rapid prototype machines here.
I'm just going to walk around and keep talking. I'm just going to walk around while you're doing that.
Well, when I was showing you the file up on Tom's computer,
yep.
When the parts of this filter, here's a filter that was similar to what he was showing. Well, these have 2 plastic parts here, and the plastic parts were actually built on this machine. This one actually has one in it. You can see that it's got a little tray, and it's got a melting head that comes down, and then 3-axis. It's actually building this thing from the ground up. So you can basically build anything that you can draw. So like I told you earlier, this tool has been a godsend to product development here at K&N, and they're relatively new. We've had them for maybe 7-8 years. So
very cool.
This one's just a little bit bigger, but it's the same thing.
Just a bigger machine of this,
yeah.
So you can do bigger parts and so on.
And plus these things are used so much that it's nice having multiple machines.
And I'm hearing an airflow bench.
Yeah, this on every filter that we design, that we build, we test for flow.
Which he then is watching the readings that are over here, correct?
Yeah. This one happens to be an intake kit that he's developing, but we do the same thing with filter development.
Got it. Fire that thing up. Let's hear it.
Is it on a program right now?
Yeah, it's just to run the cycle.
Yeah. So we just updated this machine so we could actually do cycle duties, or we can pull at different restrictions. We can actually do airflow curves now. we could always do that, but we'd have to do it singular, and now we got a computer program that...
So when we came in, we heard it running,
Yeah.
then it shut off, then it's going to fire back up again, and that's just all part of what you guys do to do your testing, right?
Yes.
Do you also compare this to stock? So is this a situation where you can take a stock filter, compare it, and then take your filter and compare it?
Yeah.
See, I think what it's going to do is it's going to ramp up to a
No, you're fine.
restriction level to what you've already created.
Yeah.
So here's your restriction level here, and here's your flow through the intake system. So depending on how you program it, you can program different flows or you can program different restrictions. Most of our air filters we test as just an air filter. We test it with 1.5 inches of water. So all our flow numbers, the restriction level is 1.5 inches of water. You can see that one's pretty low. It's only 0.05 of water.
Very interesting. All right, so we'll let you guys get back to work. But again, we're inside of K&N. More video to come. I'm your host, John Rush, Drive Radio.